Y'all, it looks like the material girl Santana has been stirring things up because he just dropped a shady list of men he allegedly claims contracted HIV after being involved with Young Miami. And he didn't just talk, he showed up with receipts that could damage the reputations of everyone involved. According to Santana, Young Miami has allegedly been giving multiple men something they can't get rid of. Fans immediately started connecting the dots back to Diddy. But if that wasn't wild enough, Santana is also allegedly claiming she's been financially supported by a secret roster of wealthy benefactors, big names, big checks, private jets, and silent deals while presenting herself as a boss babe on social media. Now fans are speculating about who's on the list, who may have been affected, and why Santana is making these claims now. Is it about loyalty, jealousy, or is he trying to ruin her brand completely? Either way, this situation has turned into one of the wildest exposés of the year, and it's only escalating. When Santana and Young Miami first started feuding, most people assumed it was just a typical fallout between friends that would blow over in a few days. But weeks have passed, and rather than cooling down, things are getting even more intense. Now that Santana is publicly name-dropping alleged sugar daddies and exposing personal matters, this has gone beyond petty drama. If even part of what's being said is true, the full story hasn't even come out yet. It's now being alleged that the conflict started because Young Miami attempted to connect Santana with Diddy and later became upset when Santana and Diddy allegedly became involved. According to Santana, Miami pushed the idea repeatedly, despite his resistance, especially considering Diddy was already involved with her. Santana claims he began distancing himself due to the pressure, which eventually led to the collapse of their friendship. Oddly, after all the drama, they somehow reconciled, and Santana allegedly did reconnect with Diddy shortly after. The specifics of how their relationship was repaired remain unclear, though financial incentives have been speculated. However, they eventually fell out again, and this time Santana made the situation public. He claims that Young Miami was spreading rumors about him and Diddy being involved. This connects to when Whack 100 went viral for alleging that Diddy was hosting wild parties with both Miami and Santana. Santana now claims that Young Miami was the one who leaked that information to Whack 100 behind his back.
Yeah, so you seen Gene before, but if Gene said he seen it, but we heard him tell Fabulous, "Nah, I want to have a party."
Oh man, come
what
on,
that mean?
Man.
That means a party behind the scenes of a party.
Listen, man, for the record,
That sounds like some Illuminati shit. You gotta explain the party
That's
part.
some Saucy Santana shit.
Nah, stop it.
some
Now that we got there,
No, stop.
you the one said maybe the girl, Saucy, and Puffy having parties. Don't act like you didn't say that.
Man,
Don't tuck your tail, bro.
Hold up, Ice Cream
Don't
Chuck.
tuck your
I
tail
gotta
now.
say this because
You
I'm
said-
here. I've
You know,
been
I
to
fuck
Puff
with the
House
city
in
girl.
Miami.
Them my people.
Yeah, that's a fact. Man, Puff did
Starlin'?
Puff did the Starlin'. Puff did the Your Style remix.
Y'all, the rumors got so strong that Saucy Santana eventually denied the allegations publicly, claiming that he never got involved intimately with Hyde.
With him. They were saying this.
Do you know how
It was
much?
so weird.
Do you know how much that used to piss me off?
They would. I never believed it, but I know Santana seen it. That's
Girl,
why I
Dad,
feel like
I
it's
used
funny.
to be on YouTube like, ew. I'm like, first of all, I don't even motherfucking play that. We ain't doing that.
Okay.
We ain't doing that. And Carisha, when nothing that's gay, baby, she'll even play that.
Okay.
So it was just like, I'm just like, and that affected me. I'm like, that's corny. Why y'all saying that I'm my best friend? And like, come on, what is we doing?
I mean,
But
what's your tea? Like,
yeah, but I'm not.
I was.
Yeah, but I'm not fucking my best friend.
Yeah.
Cause
I
these
get
is out here.
So I
But,
do want to
you know,
talk.
I'm-
Fans didn't buy it, not even for a second. Once the rumors dropped, they spread like wildfire. What started as whispers or messy blog posts quickly turned into full-blown speculation across social media. People began suggesting that Diddy's relationship with Young Miami might have just been a front, a carefully curated distraction to keep the real story under wraps. And the real story? According to the internet, it was actually Diddy and Saucy Santana who were involved. Miami, they claimed, was just part of the cover while Diddy kept his private life under tight control. Eventually, Santana spoke out, or at least gave his side of the story. In a jaw-dropping interview, he claimed that it was Miami who sneakily leaked everything. According to him, she was getting jealous that Diddy seemed to be vibing with him more than with her. And instead of confronting the situation, she allegedly decided to sabotage it from behind the scenes. When the rumors hit the blogs and things started spiraling, Diddy cut Santana off completely, just like that. No calls. No explanations. Because, according to Santana, Diddy wasn't about to deal with that kind of drama, especially not with people already questioning his sexuality.
Ask questions, I can't.
Okay, you're right.
Damn. Shit, all right. Give him a round of applause, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Question right here. Do you ever put your friend's business out on social media?
Yeah,
Why?
they do it to me.
Who?
Young Miami.
No, she don't.
Yeah, she do.
What she say about you?
She say a lot.
No, she don't.
She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Crucial Please, because she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating.
So yeah, Santana exposing Young Miami for allegedly having HIV and passing it along to her sugar daddies definitely feels like revenge at its messiest. And while the tea is spilling, it's not just hot at scalding, baby. From claims of secret infections to high-profile hookups, Santana is airing everything out like he's got nothing left to lose. And this isn't just drama, it's giving war. Santana exposing Young Miami for allegedly having HIV is something nobody really had on their 2025 drama card. But here we are. Things started spiraling when fans noticed Young Miami going off on a wild Twitter rant, saying stuff like, "I'm not sharing my next ninja." At first, folks just assumed she was salty over Diddy's past being aired out in court, your usual jealous ex energy. But then things took a dark turn. Rumors started swirling that Young Miami's anger had nothing to do with jealousy and everything to do with the bombshell that she had allegedly just found out Diddy contracted the H from his freak-off sessions and reportedly passed it on to others, including Young Miami herself. When the news hit her, insiders say she completely lost it. She snapped, dragged Diddy on social media, and accused him of risking her life without giving her a heads up. What started as vague little tweets quickly turned into an all-out war online. And now that Santana's adding fuel to that fire, the scandal is nowhere near finished. But before we even dive into all that messy back and forth, let's rewind a little to something that's been bubbling under the surface for months. Believe it or not, the public was already speculating about Diddy's health status way before Santana's bold accusations hit the internet. It all started the moment he made that first court appearance. Social media lit up with people asking why he looked so frail, so skinny, so sickly. Then the whispers started. Quiet at first, but they picked up fast. People began saying it looked like a health crisis. And in true internet fashion, the theory that stuck was that Diddy might be secretly battling HIV. It started as speculation, but it only got louder as more puzzle pieces started falling into place. Now, Santana pretty much came out to confirm it all, and he had a whole lot to say about it. But the wild part? Miami didn't dump Diddy because he allegedly had HIV. She dumped him because he was no longer willing to pay her bills. She wasn't about to stick around and be Diddy's boo for free. Talk about, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Now, Santana's claims sound wild, but he's not the first to say it. The streets have been whispering for a while. According to a source close to Young Miami, Diddy is no longer paying her bills. The friend told insiders that Diddy had been covering private flights, shopping sprees, and even the rent for a luxury Miami penthouse. But those perks have reportedly stopped. Sure, he still bought her a Christmas gift, but he's not spoiling her like before. The same insider also said Diddy still wanted to be friends with Young Miami, but she wasn't interested unless the cash was flowing. They said Diddy isn't in a good place mentally, and he could use someone like her in his life. She really does care, but the money matters. So yeah, if he wants her companionship, he's gotta pay. But y'all, why did it get even messier? According to Saucy Santana, Young Miami didn't hang up her jersey after walking away from Diddy. Apparently, she just switched lanes and kept playing the same game with a new player. Santana claims that after Diddy cut her off, Miami didn't waste time finding another wealthy man to bankroll her lifestyle. And guess who allegedly stepped in? None other than Quality Control's head honcho, Pierre P. Thomas. According to Santana, Miami and P allegedly had a thing going on behind the scenes. And if what he's saying is true, this wasn't just harmless flirtation. He accuses her of sleeping with industry power players to maintain her lifestyle, and P just happened to be next in line after Diddy. What P didn't know, according to Santana, is that Miami allegedly had HIV from Diddy. These whispers have been floating for years, but now, thanks to Santana, they're getting louder. He even claims she had an affair with P not for love, but to save the city girls from being dropped. Let's rewind again. Around the time the group's numbers started flopping and the label was reportedly thinking about cutting ties, something shifted. Insiders claim Miami wasn't going to let her brand crash and burn. So instead of waiting around to get dropped, she allegedly made a different kind of play. According to Santana, she started cozying up to Pierre with late-night calls, off-the-book link-ups, and private moments that weren't supposed to leave the room. Not business. Not music. something way more personal. The streets say this wasn't about strategy. It was about survival. Santana didn't drop names for no reason. He flat out alleged that Miami got close enough to raise eyebrows. And while Pierre has never confirmed or denied the rumors, Santana swears something happened behind the scenes that nobody's talking about. And the worst part? Young Miami never allegedly told him that she could be HIV positive. But wait, it gets wilder. According to Santana, she didn't just move on to a new man. She allegedly spun the block and doubled back to her baby daddy, Southside. What's wild is that Miami usually keeps her personal life on lockdown. Nobody suspected she was still messing with Southside. Not a whisper, not a clue. Even Southside himself said their breakup was clean. In an old interview, he said, "The key to having a cordial co-parenting relationship is just no intercourse." He emphasized, "You cannot have intercourse with your baby mama. I got a girlfriend." But if we go off what Santana's claiming, that whole speech might have been cap. He also hinted that Diddy and Miami may have done 3 songs with Southside, which raises even more questions. Remember when Southside name-dropped Diddy, saying, "Diddy, come get your Be My Ninja?" Yeah. If Southside really was involved in this HIV triangle, his risk in this situation might be bigger than anyone thought. And that's still not the most shocking part. According to Santana, Southside has also allegedly been secretly financing Young Miami's lifestyle. Now, she presents herself as a self-made boss with sold-out shows and booming businesses. But behind the scenes, the reality might be different. Most of her ventures reportedly haven't been doing major numbers. And without Diddy's financial connection, her clout isn't stretching as far as she wants fans to believe. The twist? Southside has a new girlfriend now, so he can't exactly be out here openly spoiling his ex. But Santana claims he found a loophole and has allegedly been hiding financial support as child support for their daughter, Summer. Y'all, Miami's shenanigans might go deeper than we ever thought. Because it's looking like Homegirl has been tricking harder than anybody realized. Just like that, Santana may have cracked open the darkest secrets of Young Miami's entire rise from Diddy's alleged health status to a lineup of sugar daddies, power players, and secret rendezvous. This wasn't just tea. This was a full-blown takedown. And the wildest part? Miami hasn't said a word. No denial. No clapback. Just silence. So now we have to ask, is her silence a strategy or a confession? Because if even half of what Santana spilled is true, Young Miami might be facing a scandal bigger than anything she's ever dodged. Stay tuned because something tells me this saga is far from over. Y'all, Saucy Santana's ex just exposed exactly how he got HIV, and he's claiming it all leads back to Diddy. The internet has been flooded with rumors about Diddy's connection to Santana for a while now, but this is the first time somebody from inside Santana's circle is actually confirming what people have been speculating for months. According to Santana's ex, not only did Santana contract HIV after allegedly messing with Diddy, but he says there's hard proof of it. He pulled up with leaked medical records that show Santana's diagnosis, along with receipts connecting him directly to Diddy during that same timeline. This is why people are saying that Diddy's investigation is getting more dangerous by the day. Because every time you think it couldn't get worse, another layer comes out tying him to even more people in the industry, now allegedly to Santana's health status. But let's break down the timeline and let you decide the truth behind these leaked documents. So let's get into it. The drama started when Chef D went live on TikTok with influencer Rosa, and let's just say they had a lot to say about Saucy Santana, the material girl himself. Now, for those of you who don't know, Chef D and Santana were rumored to have had a little situation back in the day. But things fell apart after Chef D ended up serving time, and that was the end of that. But during the TikTok live, things took a turn when the conversation shifted to Saucy Santana. That's when Chef D put Rose on the spot and asked him why he's no longer cool with Santana. And y'all, Rosa did not hold back. Now listen, everybody in this situation is bringing messy energy, and the internet has been eating it up. But the way this back and forth is unfolding, it's